Ben here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be breaking down the major breaking news that the actor strike is finally over. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos later this year. Okay, so as you guys know, since July, the SAG actors strike has been going on for a long time. It's completely halted Hollywood, it's completely halted the shows we love, the films that we're looking forward to. So the likes of Superman Lois hasn't been able to start season 4 despite being renewed like over 6 months ago. And obviously now we know Superman Lois is in its final season, so we're looking forward to seeing some development in terms of season 4. And well, it seems now we're finally going to start getting that, because a couple of weeks ago, maybe even a month ago, the WGA writers strike was actually ended. So they came to an agreement with the studios, that being like Warner Brothers, Disney, etc. And so they got their strike. So the writers room of Superman Lois is coming back. It's going to be cut down. There was that report recently. It's like 3 less writers than before, because of the budget cuts at the CW, which is obviously a separate thing to the writer's strike. But the writer's room is coming back and they're going to get started with episodes. But we've been saying this, like, as much as it's great that the writers can get back, they can start writing episodes for season 4 of Superman and Lois, we can't actually get started with actual production with the actors, because the actors are vital in terms of actually bringing stuff to life. And so with the announcement that the SAG strike is finally over, this is huge. This means that the strike is stopping literally imminently. I believe it was last night at just past midnight in the west coast of America that it was actually halted. So there you have it, the strike is over, things should start getting back to normal. This is a 3-year deal, so you can expect renegotiations in about under 3 years. I don't think something as drastic as what this strike has been is going to be happening again in, 2 to 3 years. I would say it's probably going to be some sort of squabble between them again, especially how cinema and TV develops over the next couple of years. But let's go through the article that actually tells us all about this. This is a Variety article titled SAG-AFTRA Approves Deal to End Historic Strike. Link will be in the description below if you guys want to go ahead and read it. So SAG negotiators have approved a tentative agreement that will end the longest actors strike against the film and TV studios in Hollywood history. In an announcement Wednesday, the union said the 118-day strike would officially end at 12:01 a.m. on Thursday, that being today. The union's negotiating committee approved the deal on a unanimous vote. The agreement next goes to SAG's national board for approval on Friday. The two sides spent the last several days putting the finishing touches on the deal, which will see the first ever protections for actors against AI and a historic pay rise. The deal will see most minimums increased by 7%, 2% above the increases received by the WGA and DGA over their recent deals. The deal also includes a streaming participation bonus, according to an email sent to SAG members, as well as increases in pension and health contributions. Obviously, this is America we're talking about, so this is very important for them in terms of like health contributions as well, because if we're talking about like the smaller kind of members of the actors branch, those aren't the people that are getting jobs like that are huge, they're going to get huge paycheck. It's the background actors, it's the people that show up once in a while. And I believe if you don't make up to a certain amount of money in SAG as a member, I don't think you get the benefits, the health benefits that other members get. And so the union said the contract is worth more than $1 billion in total. So this is a quote: "We have arrived at a contract that will enable SAG members from every category to build sustainable careers," the union said. "Many thousands of performers now and in the future will benefit from this work." The union is expected to hold celebration gatherings around the country. Kevin E. West, a member of the committee, said that there were tears of exhilaration and joy in the committee room after the contract was approved. The final vote was unanimous. "That's a difficult thing to accomplish," said West. "It's honestly been a really long 2 weeks." He said that the final deal is not perfect, nothing is, but that getting this outcome was an extraordinary achievement. So this is what I'm saying, guys. Like, this isn't a perfect contract. It's obviously a big increase and a big boost compared to what they had previously, and that's the reason that the actors were on strike. But clearly there's going to be some stuff that they're going to have to sort out in 2 years time, and they've just accepted the best offer that they could have got for now. This is a statement from the studios. The AMPTP is pleased to have reached a tentative agreement and looks forward to the industry resuming the work of telling great stories. So that is kind of the main gist of the article. It's actually quite a lot longer, but it's very important that you guys go ahead and read it if you're interested about how this impacts TV shows and films. But let's talk about Superman and Lois and the DC shows that we are caring about and that we're looking forward to. So if you look at Superman and Lois, obviously this means with the actors' strike officially over as of today, that means once the writing gets done, I believe we will see Superman and Lois go into production. They're going to start pre-production probably around December time. I reckon in January you're going to see the first behind the scenes photos up in Vancouver, because they're going to want to get into it as soon as they can, but I don't think they can rush it, and that's because the writers haven't had barely any time to actually get started. Obviously the showrunners of Superman and Lois clearly had an idea of where they want to take this season. We've seen that in the statements when they announced that Superman and Lois is actually ending this season. We know it's all going to be to do with Lex. We know we're going to have some hopefully recurring characters who have been cut from the show returning. But with this strike ending, we can be optimistic of a summer release for Superman and Lois. Obviously, there's always the chance that could be pushed back all the way to October, that being a full release next year. That would literally be over a year from now, or just under a year from now. But if we actually get started with actual shooting in January, you can definitely see a summer release date being a real possibility. That would be around July, August time. We've had summer DCTV shows in the past, like Stargirl started there, Supergirl started there for their last season. So hopefully this marks a return to some sort of normalcy for the TV landscape. Obviously Superman and Lois is just one TV show. There is many more shows that are going to be produced. Obviously, we've also been in a big struggle over the last 5 years or so because of the pandemic and us not being able to go back to properly filming for a long time. There was a long break, we had nothing. And so this was just another circumstance of more time off where there's no production going on. And we saw a major impact on the Arrowverse in that we didn't get any proper crossovers for a long time until the Flash's final season. And we've talked about this in my recent videos, go check it out. We talked about, will there be any final Arrowverse crossover in Superman and Lois? We'll have to wait and see. But as production gets restarted sometime around December, January time, we're definitely going to get more and more content. We're going to see how they're going to deal with Doomsday, what the final story is going to be for the season. I can't wait to see Tyler come back on the set. Can't wait to see Bitsy. Obviously, they've been at conventions throughout the last year, throughout the last 6 months, I guess you would actually say, because that's since the time that the actors' strike started, like over 100 days ago. They've been talking about, oh, you know, we're excited for the shows to actually come about and come back. They've been waiting pretty much, but they can't really say too much because I don't think they've been briefed about what's actually going on. So they're just looking forward to returning. You can see from their IMDb pages, I don't think they've had anything, especially because of the strikes. Obviously, you could get around it if you're not a member of SAG, but most of the Superman Lois cast are from America or from Canada, and so they've not been able to actually work during this whole time. So they'll definitely be ready to get started and get cracking, and I think they're going to be quite effective about this season. Obviously, we got the big budget cuts from the CW. Thanks very much, CW. We're going to see how Superman and Lois changes under the new restrictions that they've got, being only 10 episodes, a smaller budget, less actors. How are they going to make an actually intriguing story? And how are they going to tie up all the loose ends that they got? Obviously, we got Doomsday, that was the cliffhanger from season 3. And then we got to figure out Lex Luthor. So yeah, I'm super excited that the SAG strike is over. What do you guys think about this deal? I think it's a pretty good deal for SAG, but like I said, expect in the next 2 to 3 years, there's going to be more negotiations. I don't know if it's going to be a strike this big. It depends how the studios react to what SAG will demand in their new contract renewal. But clearly, this is a big win for Hollywood. We've been waiting for this to happen for such a long time. Obviously, the writers' strike started in May. That was even before July when the actors went on strike. So it's been going on for a very long time, and now we're heading into kind of like the middle of November, and we're finally done with both strikes. So let's get ready for more content. Stuff is going to start getting going. You're going to see more DC content from like the Penguin. We know they're going back. They're going to start production again. They've nearly finished the show, but they've got to do a couple more weeks of shooting, and then hopefully sometime next year we'll get a good look at the Penguin and actually get to watch it. So looking forward to that. If you guys have any requests about what type of videos you want me to make, what type of shows you want me to focus on, or whether it be films, obviously we're trying to broaden our outreach since the Arrowverse is ending. It's going to be more DC content in general. We've been doing more DCEU videos, and if you want any more CW related videos, let me know down in the comments below. But for now, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And for now, you can click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.
I see